Welcome back to my YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. This video is going to be a little bit out of order. Big long story. I recorded in the wrong format. iMovie can't see a high definition format. Not even really sure what that is called. Like I said, I'm new to this, so I'm having to convert it with a piece of software back down to MP4. So this video is probably going to come out before the screen printing video. Be patient with me. I'll get it out. All right, so this video is kind of my take on the state of Star Wars in the massacre that Disney has done. So kind of a backstory for you guys that don't know. Back in 2012, Lucasfilm was bought out by Disney. Myself and thousands, if not millions of fans were extremely excited. We thought that everything that was canon, excuse me for that, everything that was canon that had been written and George Lucas had approved was basically going to be moved upon. Make movies out of it, write scripts around it, so on and so forth. I don't know, maybe a year later they erased everything. And this is where my stance comes in. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you take something that millions of fans love? I've read a lot of the books, a lot of the comic books, as you haven't figured out already, that I am a ginormous Star Wars fan. More of a Darth Vader fan. I have a 10-month-old munchkin that I'll start putting in videos later, that I named him Anakin because of the fact I am a Star Wars fan. Darth Vader is probably one of the most famous villains. When you say villain, you ask for probably number one villain. You've got college students that are in classes for psychology. They write their thesis on him. He's the most recognized and beloved character ever. Even outside of Star Wars, people love Darth Vader. People love Star Wars. Now, the thing against that is people are starting to get tired of Star Wars from the new thing. Disney makes all kinds of excuses. What's one of the main excuses that I think, the reason why they've slowed down on films is they've made too many and people are getting tired of it. That's false. That is beyond false. Disney is, excuse my French, full of shit. That is not what's going on. If I'm wrong on this or wrong on any part of this video, please let me know. In the comments, let me know what your opinion is. But in my opinion, 6 months might be pushing it. Say every 10 months to a year, they could make a Star Wars movie that we all want to see, and it would, if it didn't break $1 billion in theaters, I don't know if the expectation is, a weekend, a week, 2 weeks, whatever, but it would break $1 billion every time. Every year, they can make $1 billion just in the first, at least couple of weeks. But you have to make movies that people want to see. The Last Jedi was the worst movie I have ever seen in my entire life. You destroyed Star Wars. Rian Johnson, in my opinion, is a douchebag. If you want more detailed information on this whole thing and you want a good laugh, geeks and gamers, this guy has no censor. He'll straight tell you what he thinks, what's going on, and he's right. The Solo movie completely bombed because people were very upset in regarding to The Last Jedi. And then all the fans that didn't like it were attacked and called names because we didn't like it. like I said in the first part of me going on this little rant, I guess, is why did Kathleen Kennedy or whoever decide to erase what has been built for 20 years? Star Wars first came out before I was ever born. I mean, I'm 36. It came out late 70s, like, the New Hope. And then, you've got the New Hope, you've got then the two other movies. Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back. I know that was not in the right order, but, and then you have the prequels, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones or Clone something, I don't remember, and Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith is by far my favorite Star Wars movie out there. The first one I really wasn't too, I saw it in theaters when it first came out. I think I was, 16 when it came out. The second movie, it was all right, but Revenge of the Sith is literally my favorite movie of all time. Some people do not like the prequels. I love the prequels except for the first one. The first one was kind of stupid. Jar Jar Binks was an idiot. But besides that, in my opinion, you've got Star Wars 1 through 6, and that's where it stops. Why they introduce new characters, nobody really cares about them. You can't sell toys. Stores are almost giving these things away at this point because they can't sell them. No one cares about Rey. No one cares about Finn. No one cares about BB-8. Yes, I'm repeating exactly what Geeks and Gamers said, but he's right. Nobody cares. Force Awakens was a good movie. When it comes to a good Star Wars movie, J.J. Abrams needs to be slapped. Why this whole thing was completely erased from what's been going on for 20 years, what fans absolutely were completely in love with, you erased it, said, nope, no longer, and now you're just going to pick and choose of what happens. Don't fix something that's not broken. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand why Kathleen Kennedy is still even employed, much less the president of Lucasfilm. I don't have a clue. She needs to retire, crawl under a rock, and live the rest of her days on a desert island. Rian Johnson, he needs to bury his head in the sand and never show his face again. Because I promise you, Disney, Rian Johnson makes any movie whatsoever that has anything to do with Star Wars, it's not going to go anywhere. You think Solo had made bad money? You have no idea. He's ruined everything. I can't think of the guy's name that played Mark Hamilton. Sorry. Or if I got his name wrong, I am so sorry. I am bad with names. The guy that plays Luke Skywalker told him this is not what the fans want to see. And he literally said, and I'm not quoting it verbatim, I don't care what the fans want to see. This is the movie that I want. No one cares of the movie you want. We want our movies. The best move that they made was doing a movie about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Not my favorite character, but he is a good character. I like Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's just not my favorite. I'd rather see a movie about Yoda, but I'd go see it all day long without, thinking anything of it. I'm trying to think of the Rogue One. Rogue One was a good movie. Rogue One was a good movie. I was really upset when it first came out just because I'm used to Star Wars movies, Skywalker being in it. That'd be the end of it. Yes, I know Darth Vader was in it twice. Darth Vader did the guy that played Darth Vader did a really good job. But I went in expecting it to be like a Skywalker movie. Once I actually thought about it, I actually bought it on DVD. It's a good movie. Solo, I did not go to the movie theaters and see. I didn't go to the theaters and see it. I waited till it came on Netflix to watch it. It's an okay movie, but no. I don't like Han Solo in any way, shape, or form. Usually on movies, it's his part. I'll fast forward through it. I don't like the character of Han Solo. I'm not a big Harrison Ford fan anyway. But anyway, on this tangent, but why Disney erased canon and just kind of threw it away. This doesn't count. This doesn't matter. You're going to have to tell a good story about Luke Skywalker. Force Awakens, he was only in it for, what, a minute? That was stupid. This, you know, what's the damn name of that other movie? The second movie that Ryan Johnson screwed up is, I don't know what he was thinking. He needs to be taken out back in the woodshed and just beat with a belt by the end of his life. Luke was a pansy. That's not the Luke that we've all grown up and loved. You know, Luke Skywalker wasn't scared of anything. Was, you know, up there, if not surpassed Yoda. But The Last Jedi, there we go, got it. Excuse me. Last Jedi was a horrible movie. Ryan Johnson is just needs to quit. He never needs to be in to make another movie ever. But back to it, why would you take away what we've all grown to love? You know, there's stories upon stories upon stories upon stories of what happened to the Jedi Order after the Return of the Jedi. Like, your work was halfway done. Yes, you would have had to write scripts for it, to tie it into a movie, things like that. Get the author's permission, things like that, which I don't foresee being an issue because technically you would own the rights to it. But why you did all that, I have no idea. Why you erased it, why you erased what fans are absolutely in love with. Kathleen Kennedy, there's words that I want to call you, but I can't because I'm just not that type of person, and I don't think viewers would appreciate it. This whole women empowering, cutting men down thing is horseshit. You shouldn't do that. You can have a movie with a powerful woman role and not degrade men and give men and women equal roles, equal powerful parts in a movie, and it be a good movie. Look at Leia. Look at Black Widow in the Avengers. Angelina Jolie in Salt. There's just thousands and thousands. Top Gun. I can't think of a girl's name in Top Gun. She was she was high ranking. I don't think she was in the military, but like, you know, they had to respect her. Like, there's thousands of women in movies, and the movies are amazing, and nobody was degraded. So why you feel that you have to, degrade men? Avengers, this last Avengers movie that I can't, not a big, humongous Avengers fan. I watch them; they're good movies, and it's not the King's sister or whatever. She was kind of crappy to the agent or whatever. I mean, it lasted 40 seconds, but you don't need to be doing that. Identity politics don't need to be in movies whatsoever. Make a movie that fans want to see and you'll be fine. You can make a movie you could probably do it every 6 months and people would absolutely love it. If you wouldn't have butchered, sometimes I know the name of the movie and sometimes I don't. The second movie that Ryan Johnson did, if you wouldn't have butchered it, Han Solo would have probably done a lot better than it did, and you wouldn't have lost money. You wouldn't have lost money on toys. J.J. Abrams, why the hell you made Luke at the very end of the movie, and he didn't really, I don't think he said anything. But like The Last Jedi, why it was made like that, why Lucasfilm allowed that to happen, why Disney allowed that to happen, why Ryan Johnson has not been fired, why Kathleen Kennedy has not been fired. And until these things happen, until Kathleen Kennedy gets fired, Ryan Johnson gets fired, you're going to lose. This is a battle, Disney. You cannot win. Don't care how big you are. Don't care how much money you have. You're not going to win this. We're just either not going to go see the movies in any way, shape, or form and continue to rant and rave, or you're going to get your head on straight and figure out how to fix this. I don't know if you could be like, hey, our bad, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, we're sorry, we're going to go back to and bring Legend back into canon, and there you go. So, guys, that's my take on that. Do me a favor, check out Geeks and Gamers. He's an amazing guy. Star Wars Theory, he's awesome. He's made a movie, like a little short episode. You know, love his channel, love what he's doing. There's a couple of other channels, I can't think of the name of them off the top of my head. I guess I'm still nervous filming. And that's one thing that, with me watching YouTube videos on how to do this and how to get more views and things like that, that's the one thing. Make videos just to get comfortable with literally looking into a black box talking to it. So a lot of this, guys, please be patient with me. Subscribe, like the video. If I suck, tell me I suck. If you've got any pointers, anything else that you want to see, please tell me. I'll make a video, anything about, anything right now. You want me to rant and rave about anything, I will. I mean, I'll talk about anything. I'll make myself look like an idiot. If that's what you want to see, I'll do it. I'll make myself look like an idiot. Eventually, we're going to get into challenge videos, and I'm going to concentrate, and I'm going to do a lot of vlogging. And right now, from what I hear, pick something, whether it be technology, Star Wars, Destiny, Fortnite, whatever. No, I'm not making videos on Fortnite. Don't ask. I won't do it. I hate that game. I'll make it, so I don't have a niche yet. This is more getting acquainted with you guys as my viewers. Without viewers, I don't do it. There's no point in this. So I know it's a little harder to find me right now, but spread the word. I'm gonna be posting on Facebook, and eventually I'll get into Instagram and Twitter and all that. I don't really know how all this works. I'm still learning, but please be patient with me. I promise I will. I'm getting better with time. I'm gonna start uploading a lot more videos, just trying to think of ideas and niches and things like that. We'll talk about a niche later. I'll break certain things into channels. I'm gonna start creating. Once I move to Colorado, I'm going to start more on the business side. I've got to find out if my business investor is going to invest and also rent me out his apartment until, my company gets bigger. Then I'll get a bigger house and buy land and all that stuff. But guys, like I said, like, subscribe, comment, and please, please, please check out Geeks and Gamers. Love that guy. He's not sponsoring. He'll probably never see this video. Hope he does. But that is just my take. So on the Star Wars thing, like I said before, like, subscribe, comment. Even if you hate this video and you think I'm a moron, tell me in the comments. Tell me I'm a moron. I'll tell you thank you. Well, all right, guys, I thank you, and enjoy the rest of your guys' day.